Okay, hi ladies. Brenda back. Working on my mini with the Cashmere Dame collection. And so I'm going to talk about binding. This is my 5x7 note card binding with a little twist this time. This is it. My size was determined by my cover, which you can see is, I don't know, about an inch. So it fits perfectly within that area. I didn't leave room on either side for much embellishments because this book is going to go to someone who's not into scrapbooking, and so I'm not going to foo-foo it up too much. I'm going to keep it very flat and easy to understand for a non-scrapper. So this paper is so pretty. This is my cover. I'll just go over it real quick. I used this zutter book. I don't have the zutter stuff, but apparently you just use the wires and then you slide it into a pocket inside the book. Well, I just took the pocket out. I love the size, so it fits perfect with the 5x7 note cards. It was just a couple bucks, and I got the flat spine. Apparently you can get a couple different kinds. So it was just a naked white book, and so I used it one other time on my outdoor mini. I love the size. It's very sturdy, so I used a little, shabby on the end here, and punched a hole and hung a charm. I'm going to hang a few more things from that. Anyway, pretty simple. I'm going to close it with a ribbon. I edged with a little, meaning I just opened up and went along the edges of my paper and of the book with this new color, 182 biscuit, I think it is. Anyway, so that's it in a nutshell. The size of this spine determined this size. So usually I do my 5x7 note cards. However wide I want them to be. If I'm going to have a lot of embellishments and thick flowers, I will make my my little gap here larger. This is 1/8. 2/8 makes quite a nice thick, large space, to put flowers and such. So I did a little, on this book I did like a little bigger than 1/8, but that's what it looks like, a page. You score on one side, and then you cut that same amount off on the other side, and then you make a little, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. On this one, on this book, I did a twist. I added an extra flap. So on each one, it folds out like that. So it's 6 pages. Each one folds out, and it's a pocket here. So, just going to show you really quickly. You just start with a 5x7 note card like this. I drew the lines so that you could see better. This is the center line. And then this is how far over I'm going to score. Again, this line can change if you want it to be smaller, or if you want it to be chunkier, you'd move this line accordingly. So, I'm going to take my just show you what I do. Whoops, my Cricut score and cutting board. And I'm going to first score. Okay, let's give it a score. Okay, and then I'm going to cut the same amount off the other side. Okay, so you score on one side of the line and you cut the same amount off the other side. So it's about right there. And there we go. So my piece might be the, oh no, I think it's just about right. See, so that's what you come up with. And then you just fold on your scored line, like that. And fold on the center line. Like that. And then you have the thickness of your pages. Okay? See that? And then my pages line up here. Okay? So you get a piece that looks like that. Okay? So that's my normal page assembly. At this point, if you want your tags to slip in the top or whether you want to slip in this way, depends on how you attach them together. So say you have two like this and you're going to attach them together like that. If you want your tag to slip in this way, you'll put your score tape here, here, and here. And that way you'll leave your pouch open. If you want to stick in this way, of course I'm doing it upside down, you'd put your score tape here, here, here. And then attach the two together and you'd have an open pocket between the two. Okay, so the extra step I did on this one, I'm going to show you what that is. I have another 5x7 note card here. I'm going to fold it in the center, and then I'm going to cut off a little bit more than this off of each end. So you cut off a little more because I'm going to attach this flap onto that. I've got to leave a little room. Okay, and let's cut a little strip off this side. It's not quite 2/8. Okay, so now I have a piece like this, and I'm going to open the flap, and I'm going to score tape this piece onto here. I'm making a video, okay? Making a video, be right out. So this flap folds down, and there's my page assembly, okay? So you just score tape this whole side, and you attach it here. Okay, that's the page assembly, and it turns out like this when you attach all your pages together. This is 6 pages. You can do however many pages your spine will allow for. Again, you can do it as tall or as large. It just applies to how however many pages or how wide you make it depends on how wide the spine of your book is. If you'd like to embellish on the cover and on the back page, you want to leave the additional space on each side to allow for those embellishments. Okay, so there you go, and now I'm going to decorate this part of it, and I'll be back.